Hey guys, I'm back with another upcycling video. I'm gonna do some basic transformations to the clothes that I already own. The first one is this plain white t-shirt, and I've been seeing tops recently on Instagram that have a ruffle effect on the front, and that's what I'm trying to create. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out the existing neckline. You can keep it if you want to, but I wanted a wider neckline, so I'm cutting it out. You can also do this easily with a round neck t-shirt by simply cutting a V shape in the front. After that's done, I'm simply going to fold the raw edge and I'm going to pin it and hem it. This is how it looks after it's been hemmed. Now I'm going to take a small piece of elastic, approximately 2 inches, and I'm going to sew it along the tip of the V in the front of the neckline. I'm going to sew this on the inside of the t-shirt. I'm going to use a zigzag stitch to sew the elastic. First I'm going to secure the elastic with a couple of stitches, and then while I sew along I'm going to stretch the elastic as much as it can so that it creates the ruffles. This is how it looks. I tried it on and I felt like it needed more ruffles, so I added another piece of elastic. And I also felt like it was a little loose, so I decided to take in the sides by half an inch. The next thing I'm doing is folding the sleeves and sewing them in place because I thought it was better looking that way. I'm only going to sew on the top and bottom of the sleeve. After that, our first top is done. And this is how it looks. Next up, I'm going to be transforming this shirt which has Jeep print on it. I like it, but I don't want the collar, so I'm going to remove the collar and make it into a square neck. So for this, I'm laying another square neck shirt on top and making sure that the shoulder seams are aligned. This top I'm using as a reference is also an Upcycling top. Check out the eye above to see that video. So I'm using this as a guide and leaving half an inch and cutting the square neck of this Jeep top. After that, I turn the shirt inside out, and now I'm going to fold the raw edges of the shirt and I'm going to pin it in place and sew it all along. So now, since there's nothing to hold, the shoulders are going to be loose, so I decided to add elastics to the sleeves, and this is how it looks. I quite like it and I think it will look good when tucked in. Now for the next top, I'm going to be transforming this basic black top. It is a little loose, so I'm going to be taking in the sides and also giving it a new square neckline. So the first thing I'm doing is turning the shirt inside out and taking in the sides by half an inch like I did with the previous tops. Now I'm going to cut out the neckline of the front of the shirt. I'm going to leave the back neckline as is. I'm also going to use this trim of neckline that I'm cutting and later use it to hem. So now I'm folding the shirt in half and cutting a rectangular piece from the neckline. I'm going to turn it around and use the piece that I just cut as a template and cut on the other side as well. After that's done, I'm going to cut the trim and use it to hem the sides of the neckline, and for the bottom I'm just going to fold and hem, and this is how it looks. Should be transforming this pant, which fits me weird and it has a weird waist length, so I'm going to convert it into a high waist pant. So the first thing I'm doing is measure a crotch length, which I think is appropriate. You can use an existing high waist pant to measure the crotch length, or just eyeball it like I'm doing here. I'm using approximately 11 inches and marking a point at the inner seam of the legs. Now I'm going to take a seam ripper and seam rip all along the 2 points that we just marked. This process usually takes really long, so I listen to songs or watching something so that you don't get bored. After that, you'll have a hole like this at the crotch, which is what we want. Now I'm drawing a curve the center seam. Don't draw this line too curved, since after the pant is done we need space for our thighs to fit. So this hack is not really suitable for super skinny jeans. I recommend doing it on a pant that has a looser fit. Also, don't draw this line really close to the zip line. We need some fabric left over there. So this is how my shape looks. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the back side as well. Make sure the fabric is laid flat so that you can get the most accurate shape. Now I'm simply going to cut these shapes out. After that's done, I'm going to turn the pant inside out. I'm going to take the inner side seams of the legs and match them together so that the fabric aligns. This inner seam helps us align the fabric perfectly. Now I'm simply going to pin all along this edge and sew it in place. Then our pant will be ready. This is how mine looks. I hope you liked it, guys. I hope you try any of these transformations, and I hope you liked today's video. Thanks for watching.